What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from the, Jeremy Hambley channel. I hope you're enjoying this kind of more unplugged channel where I can let what little hair I have left down and be a little more uncensored. Plus, I kind of miss reacting to videos because, you know, it's always fun. Last night was a massive Turning Point USA event that I watched live, which featured Megyn Kelly and many questions and answers from the crowd. Glenn Youngkin was there too. Apparently, I don't know, he was supposed to be there, but I didn't see him speak. Maybe he spoke later in the night. I'm not totally sure. But we have what I can confidently say is the makings of an individual that is probably deserves to be on some sort of watch list. It feels like he's delusional and radical. And it's time that we stop saying that these people are just kids, because these just kids have taken multiple lives in the last week alone. This exchange was absolutely spectacular, and I wanted to share it with you. If you enjoy the video, I'll ask that you leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, just subscribe or follow down below so that you get notified occasionally when I actually upload. Here is the exchange that was incredible. This is, again, he tries to blame Charlie Kirk for his own assassination and basically instantly regrets it.
Why you support a president who contributes to the rhetoric that got your friend Charlie killed? We saw his rally recently. He said, "I hate my enemies." Stephen Miller said similar things. How can you support him? First
of all, this is a very well used and also super obvious tactic that the left has been using ever since Charlie Kirk's assassination. We had people like Destiny saying, "I'm not going to disavow violence until President Trump turns down the temperature." You have people like Hassan Piker who won't disavow it. It's because they don't have any problem with it. They are in favor of it. And instead of taking literally any responsibility, instead of taking any responsibility, they just say, "But it's the Republicans' fault." It's the Republicans' fault, not my fault. It's the Republicans' rhetoric. That's why they have to die. That's why they have to all be eradicated, is because it's the Republicans' fault. Charlie Kirk is why Charlie Kirk got assassinated. That is how, I mean, I'm spending a little bit of time on that opener because it's important, because so many of these lunatics believe this. They believe that they bear no responsibility whatsoever, no culpability whatsoever, even though they're the ones that pulled the trigger. That's how delusional these people are.
When he contributed to what got Charlie killed.
Assumes facts, not evidence. What you said is not true.
70% of political violence is committed by Republicans.
What? Excuse me? Baking powder? 70%? Cite your sources, young man.
Okay.
Look it up.
That's not
DOJ
true.
just pulled it. The DOJ just pulled it from their website.
DOJ just pulled it from their website. Well, how coincidental?
The study from their website, because they're delusional.
That's not true, because
they just pulled it. Look it up.
Once you pull the crazy,
look it up. I love that. This is a common thing that the left uses too. They make an insane statement and then tell you to go look it up. That way, they know obviously she's not going to stop the show and do all this kind of nonsense. So what they get to do is they get to say something totally crazy, totally nuts, and then it's my job to disprove it. No, you have to prove your statement, young man. 70%, how about 100% of all crimes in the last 7 days have been done by leftists, political crimes.
Website.
Once you pull the crazies out of there, it is overwhelmingly left-wing violence.
Google it.
We have had...
Oh, Google it.
Every single person in the audience, Google it right now.
You know, this is how we get here. So first of all, let me take on the first part of the premise of your question, that it was President Trump's rhetoric that led to an assassin.
You notice how angry these guys always are too? How angry they always are? They're always so angry. Look how rage-filled this guy is. He said he has the makings of an individual that will, you know, well, I don't know.
Killing our friend Charlie Kirk. That's a blatant lie. It's a defamatory blaspheme, and it's inappropriate in this setting.
That's not what I said.
We know. Yes, it is.
No, I said he contributed to the political atmosphere.
Well, then you have no point.
tension.
Then your point is utterly empty.
Wrong. What he said was, let's go back, because the internet's forever.
Why you support a president who contributes to the rhetoric that got your friend Charlie killed.
He said he contributed to the rhetoric that got your friend. Essentially, he blamed him.
He contributed to the political atmosphere.
No.
Well, then you have no point.
tension.
Then your point is utterly empty. Contributing to the atmosphere. This guy was, let's just make clear. This guy was motivated by leftist ideology. We know it
Correct.
from the bullet casings. We know it from the Utah governor.
Again, this guy says, no, he wasn't. Literally, and that's the craziest thing about the left. They're like, they make you think, am I taking crazy pills? Am I taking the craziest of pills available? If I corner the market on crazy, because they'll say, what do you mean he was a leftist? That's crazy. Well, every single piece of evidence imaginable points him being a leftist. So naturally, you would say he isn't. Naturally, the left is running out here and diving in front of another one of their heroes and pretending like, what are you talking about? You're the crazy one. He wasn't a leftist. He was just banging he was just a furry who was banging a trans dude and had meltdowns about Charlie Kirk every night at the family dinner table, as reported by his own family. I don't know why anybody would think he's a leftist. You're right. That's crazy, dude. You've convinced me. I don't know why anyone would think that guy is a leftist. He's definitely a mega Republican. He's definitely a mega Republican. I apologize. You're right, young man.
We know it from his own mother. Yes, we do. Let's be really clear on that.
Even if that's true, so then you're saying because...
So what do you mean, even if that's true? That is true, my dude.
Let's say this guy's a leftist. Even if that's true, does that make it okay for the...
No, it is true. The left is completely incapable of accepting reality. No, it's not even if it is true. It is true.
Sitting president of the United States to incite violence against liberals?
When did he incite violence against liberals? When?
The President of the United States has not accepted violence against liberals. The President of the United States made a joke at the Charlie Kirk Memorial, which was funny and self-deprecating. It was on the heels of Erica Kirk saying she, in an extraordinary moment, forgave her husband's killer. And let me finish. And then President Trump got up and making a joke playing off of what Erica said. He said, we disagree. I need to do better. Erica's going to try to convince me, but I'm in a different place. And that's completely normal for a politician.
He didn't call for any attacks, by the way.
To be thinking about his political fights. And by the way, Trump has every right to loathe his enemies. They tried to put him in jail for the rest of his life.
Well, they also tried to take his life.
They tried to bankrupt him.
Rightfully so.
They tried to put his family in jail. And they tried to kill him.
Criminal.
Okay,
Jack Smith.
wait. Okay, now you go.
Thank you for your time.
The guy, again, these people are so, it's so crazy. I don't know how, I know Trump's not perfect. I know Trump hasn't, handled the Ukraine-Russia conflict as effectively as he probably thinks he has. I know that, there are things that I would improve. He's doing very well on the border. I want to see more deportations. I think Trump does sometimes he can be divisive, but to put the actions of some isolated leftist in Utah who planned the assassination of Charlie Kirk on the rhetoric of anybody, but his own actions is another common deflective tactic. Like, it's like, well, I don't have to answer for my bad behavior because you also did something wrong. Even if Trump did do something wrong, and even if Trump isn't a cuckold like these guys want him to be, that does not dismiss what that kid did to Charlie Kirk. It does not dismiss what that guy did to the ABC building. It does not dismiss those two Democrats that tried to blow up a Fox News vehicle. It does not dismiss what that guy down in Dallas, Texas did yesterday. There is no scenario. So instead of a smarter person would tell you what it's actually called, is it whataboutism maybe? They don't want to take any responsibility for their own actions. So instead of doing that, they just say, well, it's your problem. What about your problems? Hey, look, the Republicans have problems. MAGA has problems, in particular being a little too loyal to certain foreign nations. Okay. And I'm willing to call those things out. I'm willing to call it that Pam Bondi blows at her job. Does the left do that? No, they act like we don't call out our own, but we do all the time. And I happen to think Stephen Miller's speech was very good. And they do this stuff while they keep taking our lives. That's how deranged these people are. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. Make sure you're subscribed down below. This is a different channel. This is my personal channel, so I hope you enjoy it. And we'll talk to you again real soon.